Amelia, the girl who never made mistakes. In a small and tidy town, perfection was the golden rule. All around, people tried their best to be the very best. One sunny day, a little girl named Amelia was born, and she was destined to stand out. Amelia was unlike any other girl in the town. As she grew, she became known as the girl who never made mistakes, a title she wore with pride. Little Amelia excelled at everything she did, from school to sports to art and music. Amelia's reputation for perfection spread far and wide across the town. The townsfolk admired her, children envied her, and everyone strived to be just like Amelia, who never seemed to falter or fail. In this town of perfection, a grand talent show was the highlight of the year. Everyone prepared to showcase their skills, hoping to shine just as brightly as Amelia. Amidst the excitement and anticipation, Amelia was preparing for her performance, a truly spectacular act. Amelia practiced and practiced, honing her skills until every move was flawless. Late into the night, she would rehearse, determined to give a performance that the town would never forget. The day of the talent show arrived. The townsfolk gathered in the square, their faces beaming with excitement. The sun was shining, the birds were singing, and the stage was set for a day of magnificent performances. Amelia stood backstage, her heart pounding with anticipation. She took a deep breath, steadied her nerves, and prepared to step onto the stage, ready to amaze the crowd with her perfect performance. As Amelia began her act, the crowd watched in awe. Every move was precise, every note was perfect. All seemed to be going as planned until, in a moment that no one expected, Amelia stumbled. The crowd gasped as Amelia's flawless record was shattered. Amelia stood stunned, staring at her own mistake, a feeling she had never experienced before. She was no longer the girl who never made mistakes. Amelia felt a rush of embarrassment. She looked at the crowd, their shocked faces mirroring her own disbelief. In her quest for perfection, she had never prepared for the possibility of failure. But then something unexpected happened. Amidst the shock and silence, a small chuckle echoed in the crowd. Then another and another, until the whole town was filled with laughter. Amelia stared in disbelief, but then she too started to laugh. It was a strange, new feeling, but it was also liberating. For the first time, Amelia felt the freedom of not being perfect. The laughter subsided, replaced by a heartwarming applause. The townsfolk stood, cheering for Amelia, not for her perfection, but for her courage to laugh at her own mistake. Amelia thanked the crowd, her heart lighter than it had ever been. She felt a sense of relief, a new understanding that it was all right to make mistakes, that it was a part of being human. That day, the town learned a valuable lesson from Amelia. They realized that striving for perfection was not as important as embracing the imperfections, the mistakes that make us who we are. From that day forward, Amelia was not just the girl who never made mistakes. She was Amelia, the girl who laughed at her mistakes, the girl who was brave enough to be imperfect, the girl who taught her town the beauty of being human. And the town of perfection? It changed too. It became a town of resilience, a town of laughter, a town of courage. A town that embraced the beauty of mistakes and the joy of being imperfectly perfect. So, the next time you stumble or make a mistake, remember Amelia. Remember the girl who laughed at her mistakes, the girl who taught us that it's all right to be imperfect, that it's all right to be human. And that, dear children, is the tale of Amelia, the girl who never made mistakes until one day she did. And in doing so, she didn't just change herself, she changed her entire town. So go forth, make mistakes, laugh, learn, and grow, because in the end, it's not about being perfect, but about being perfectly you. And that, dear ones, is the end of our tale. But remember, it's just the beginning of your own. So go forth, embrace your imperfections, and remember to laugh, just like Amelia did. Remember, it's not the absence of mistakes that defines us, but our response to them. So laugh, learn, grow, and never be afraid to make mistakes. After all, it's part of being perfectly you. And that's the most beautiful thing you can be. So go forth, make your own mistakes, learn from them, grow, and never forget the tale of Amelia, the girl who taught us the beauty of being imperfectly perfect. So here's to you, to your journey, to your mistakes, and to your growth. Here's to being perfectly imperfect, just like Amelia, the girl who once never made mistakes. And remember, every mistake is a step towards growth, every stumble a step towards strength. So embrace them, learn from them, and always remember to laugh, because in the end, it's not about being perfect, it's about being you. And with that, our tale comes to an end. But as we close this chapter, remember that yours is still being written. So go forth, embrace your imperfections, learn, grow, and always remember to laugh. Remember, you are perfectly imperfect, and that, dear ones, is the most beautiful thing you can be.